I come again. 1, 2, 3. Chicken sugar plum. Give me some. I can't give you none. Oh, sugar. As I come again.
Hello and welcome to this year's Long Bay High School Heritage Month activities. This year we celebrate under the theme, Heritage, the heartbeat of the TCI. Heritage Month is celebrated during the month of October in the Turks and Caicos Islands. During this month, the country honors the historical, cultural, and natural heritage of the islands, as well as achievements of past generations. And we at Long Bay High School do the same. Although we're not able to meet in festive cheer as we're accustomed to, we have conducted a whole school initiative to display just how we Long Bay Hawks keep our cultural heritage alive. So come along and enjoy this cultural experience with us.
The colors of the Turks and Caicos Islands. With more than 40 small islands and keys, the 8 inhabited islands are separated into 2 island groups. To the east of the Turks Island Passage are the Turks Islands of Grand Turk and Sol Key. In the west are the Caicos Islands, South Caicos, Middle Caicos, North Caicos, Providenciales, Pine Key, and Parrot Key. Each island is represented by a color. Red was chosen to represent the nation's capital, Grand Turk. The color is taken from the red-pink fruit found on the national plant, the Turk's head cactus. They were once found in abundance on Grand Turk before they were removed to accommodate the salt ponds. White was chosen to represent Sol Key. The color came from the salt. The salt industry was largely responsible for populating the islands of Sol Key, Grand Turk, and South Caicos. Orange was chosen to represent South and East Caicos. The color comes from the spiny lobster and fish and reflects the fishing industry in the Big South. Tan was chosen to represent Middle Caicos. The color is taken from the raw material thatch that once covered the roofs of the houses. It is also used to make straw hats, baskets, and brooms. Middle Caicos is known for the superior quality of native craftwork. Green was chosen to represent North Caicos and Parrot Key. The color is taken from the fruit trees and other types of trees that flourish in the most fertile of all the islands. North Caicos is also home to Wade's Grain Plantation, the most successful of Caicos Island's cotton plantations. Turquoise was chosen to represent the islands of Providenciales, Pine Key, and West Caicos. The color is taken from the beautiful turquoise waters that surround these islands on which our famous Caicos fishing sloops sail. These turquoise waters also contribute to our newest industry, tourism. Pink was chosen to represent the beautiful conch shell flamingos in the numerous uninhabited keys that make up our chain of islands. Yellow represents God's glory as the sun shining down on all our beautiful islands and keys. The sun also contributes to our newest industry, tourism.
My name is Benjamin St. Louis. I am from Long Bay High School. Today I'm going to be reading a poem. The theme of the poem is going to be about heritage, the heartbeat of the Turks and Caicos Islands. Heritage is happening now. It is in our blood, it is all around. The stories we tell are more than memories. They are the blueprint of you and me. Keeping heritage running, keep it alive, is a task for which we must strive. Am I right? Believe me, yes I am. Heritage is the heartbeat of every boy, girl, lady, or man. Not knowing our past can make us feel so hopeless, so tired, and so down. But what lifts us up is know where we are going, so we might rise up from the ground. Our heritage shouldn't be a mystery. It shouldn't come as a surprise, because heritage makes us who we are. Let us keep it alive. Thank you.
Food in music. Ripsaw is a local music genre developed during slavery times. It consists of scraping an instrument such as a screwdriver over a saw blade to create a scraping sound.
Put on a show. I take a saw along, but when I sing a song, give me sweet rhythm, make me whine the bottom. Whoa. When I scream the saw, I can feel the music ripping through me. What you say now? Ripsaw music.
Playing ripsaw is called ripping the saw. Common accompaniments are the guitar, drums, and triangle. As a small archipelago nation, it's no surprise that the traditional cuisine of the Turks and Caicos is centered on seafood. Until relatively recently, Turks and Caicos had limited access to imported food. Most of the ingredients that factored into local dishes were caught or raised in the islets. Conch, lobster, fish, and turtle was collected from the ocean, and maize, beans, okra, squash, and plantains were grown in small farm plots. These products were used to create stews, soups, Johnny cake cornbread, and fish with peas and grits, which was hominy with legumes. As trade into the Turks and Caicos increased, the maize hominy was largely replaced by imported rice, which led to peas and rice being the quintessential side for most dishes.
Our Heritage, Turks and Caicos by Carlissa Winter. Our heritage is full of exciting blends, rich history that has no ends. Just listen carefully and you will see exactly what heritage means to me. Let's start off with the man of the hour, our first chief minister to be in power. He stands tall in history. To us, this is no mystery. His name will live on through generations as every October we celebrate him for all the things he has done. He is Jack's the only one. We gather as one in the beauty of it all to celebrate our culture in the season of fall. We listen to Ripsa as we dance all day long and sing in harmony our folk song. We laugh, chat, and wear cultural clothes, and we share old story with our folks. We share hopes, dreams, and aspiration to pave the way to build up this nation. Celebrate your history with some good conch stew, deep fried fish, peas and grits will do. And if you want to feel great, try the hot sauce on a Saturday. The food, music, culture, and history is why heritage is the heartbeat of TCI.
Did you know that Ambergris cake was named after whale excrement? Ambergris is a solid waxy substance originating from the intestine of the sperm whale, which is used in the perfume industry and also for medicines and potions. South Caicos is the first official sailing work for regatta in the Turks and Caicos Islands in 1967, celebrating Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles' first visit to our archipelago. Each year since, the regatta has been held on the last weekend in May. Did you know that we only have one national hero? His name is the Most Excellent Right Honorable James Alexander George Smith McCartney.
James Alexander George Smith McCartney, otherwise known as Jags, Turks and Caicos Islands national hero. Born June 30th, 1945 in Grand Turk, Turks and Caicos Islands. Died May 9th, 1980 in New Jersey, United States in a plane crash. His nationality is a Turks and Caicos Islander. His parents. His father, an accomplished Jamaican barrister, Harvey O.B. Fernandez McCartney, and his mother, a Sunday school pianist, Sadly McCartney, Nee Taylor of the Turks and Caicos Islands. Early education. His primary education in Grand Turk. Later attended a Quaker school in Portland, Jamaica, where he excelled in sports, in particular swimming and track and field. He was married to Dorothy McCartney and had 3 children. McCartney's main area of contribution was politics. He was an instrumental in the establishment of the ministerial form of internal self-government in the islands. Another of Honorable McCartney's notable achievement was his efforts to development of Club Med Hotel to assist the Turks and Caicos Islands economy during the time when the British government sought to restrict assistance to the islands. He made representations to the United Nations on behalf of his people in order to jumpstart its development in the country. McCartney was reputable for his kindness and bravery, his uncanny ability to relate to all persons, and his ability to see beyond political affiliation will never be matched by any other politician. Many stories were Many stories are told where he helped people recover their properties which was unfairly taken and ensure that the poor and the disfranchised rights were upheld. He helped many people no matter who they were or where they were from. He defended all of the Turks and Caicos Islands. A charismatic, dynamic, and visionary figure, McCartney was determined to usher in a new constitution that would foster and safeguard all the rights of the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Our heritage, a property that can be inherited, something that can't be edited, but it can be passed on by my old relatives. We came from nothing to something. If it's about our heritage, just know we're coming. We will dance to the drumming, or we celebrate everything we inherited. Food, dance, music, and people. All aspects of our culture. Remember that day, every October. We stand tall above it all, and be proud about our past, and be grateful for our privilege. We are strong and diverse, celebrating our beliefs and tradition. We unite as one to commemorate this day as proud Africans. Honorable Helen Ewing was born on December 11, 1930 in Blue Hills, Providenciales, and was well known for his involvement in enhancing the Blues community. He grew up to become one of the Turks and Caicos Islands' original political leaders. In 1977, Ewing was employed by the government as the country's first building inspector. In 1995, he took up a ministerial post where he ran the gamut of influential positions in public office for 15 years. He spent 8 of those years as a deputy chief minister. Ewing retired from the political arena in 2003. Ewing passed away sadly on May 26, 2020. He was 90 years of age at the time he passed away. Honorable Hilly Ewing was officially laid to rest on Wednesday, September 30th, 2020 in Blue Hills Bay Road, Providenciales. He was left behind his son, former Premier Dr. Rufus Ewing, and current Minister of Home Affairs, Gold Ray Ewing, to carry on his political baton.
Wow, what an amazing display of art and poetry. Did you learn any new or exciting facts? What about the folk music? Wasn't it thrilling? Yes. Well, thank you for participating in this year's Heritage Month festivities. On behalf of the Long Bay High School, we encourage you to keep culture alive and remember that heritage is the heartbeat of the TCI.
Yes, I come again.